Now say I want to create a file in Linux. How do we create a file? Okay, I think the text is very small. Let me zoom it. It is visible, right? Now the text will be visible. Okay, you guys already know about this command, touch. Okay, so I can create touch and then write something like, let's say, file. Okay, so what happened? Then a new file got created. So if I do ls minus la and then I do for the file, the name of the file, it is file. So here, as you can see, I have created a file. Okay, and it is currently containing 0 bytes of data. Now if I just do nvim of that file, okay, this is let's say I write hello HELL, hello world or something like that. Okay, now let's continue hello world and I save it. So now if I do that command, you will see that it currently contains 15 bytes of data. There is another command which is called cat. Cat basically means concatenate, and generally concatenate all the output, like whatever is there, into the terminal. Okay, so if you do that, then it will basically print the contents of the file into the terminal. This is very much clear, right? But now, did you notice something? I created a file without any extensor, right? So what do you think extensions are? Do you get my question? What do you think extensions are actually? Let me check the audio stream. Okay, I think the text is very small. Okay, so the streaming is working. Okay, guys, be serious. So also, what do you think extensions are when you see files, okay, in your Windows or Linux or whatever system it may be? Okay, can you answer, or should I just go ahead? Okay, at this point I'm not getting any responses, so are you guys shy while answering this on stream? You can even write the answer in the chat as well. It's fine with me. Or else I shall just continue, but at least tell me that you guys are there. Okay, you guys are shy answering on stream. Okay, fine, that I can understand. So if you guys have any questions, then do let me know. I'm just continuing, okay, so that the flow doesn't get disturbed. Now, so here, whenever you see something like, let's say I created a file, touch file.txt. Now let me do one thing. I do file command on the file. Okay, then you will see this is ASCII text. Then if I do this .txt, so that I can do one thing. I can cat the contents of the file and pipe it to file.txt. Now what it does is, let's say now I open the file.txt. You will see that the file.txt has the same content that was there. So basically I took the contents of the first file and put it on the second file, which is file without any extension, into the file.txt. Then let's say I do this command. Okay, you will see that both of them are saying the same thing, which is ASCII text, because both of them are being recognized by the operating system to contain text information. Okay, it's not showing that it contains Unicode information, Unicode text. It's showing that it is containing ASCII text. Very good. So if I do touch, then I do file. Now I do MD. Okay, I created a MD file, markdown file. Then let's say I do the cat command. Okay, and here I add the contents of the file into the MD file. Now let's do the file command. Okay, let me do the file command. Where is it? Yes, .md. Now it is also showing the Unicode text. That means it's showing the ASCII text. It is being recognized as an ASCII, but not as a Unicode. So how to get it to function as a Unicode? That means it requires a few Unicode characters. Okay, the operating system will automatically recognize it to be a Unicode UTF-8 or 16 file. Let me try one thing. Okay, so let's say I just do a nvim file.md. Sorry, I did a quotation mark there. Let me just end the quote somehow. So this is the file. Now let me just add a simple this. So in markdown, if you do a hash, then it basically means a huge, like the header. Okay, then if I do this, it's still showing ASCII. So if I now do, I have that, I think I forgot. There was something called emoji selector here. I forgot what is the combination. By the way, I'm using a config, which is emoticon, all three. Okay, here let's say I take one of the emojis. Okay, then I open the markdown. Then here let's say I paste it. Okay, now if I just let's say save it, then I do it. Now you can see that it has changed. So what just happened? Whenever I just pasted a character which is recognized as a Unicode character, then the whole file header somehow has changed. Okay, and it's a very interesting thing, like the file headers. What are those file headers? Okay, let's understand in a deeper manner that we can. Okay, A good example would be to just, let's say, open, wait a second, let me just do an ls and see if I have some good files to show you. Something very good. Let's say I take this svg. Okay, so now in a svg, let me do, what do you think will happen when I open a svg file using a text editor? So, any idea? If I open it, you will see the code for that svg file. And because svgs are actually written in XML format, you will see that this contains a long string of code right here. Okay, it's a single line actually, and this is very long, so let's not go into that. It is giving a lot of headers, okay, to this particular file format. Now let me go out of it. What's going to happen if I open a png file? See, now open, like, see this particular thing here. It's saying 89 png. This is m is, I think, control shift or control, this is z is basically control z or control enter if I remember. But yeah, it contains information which is probably not understandable because it contains information in form of binary and a very compact manner. Okay, and understanding this information is almost not possible if you just look at it using a text editor. What happens that png contains information in form of pixel information, so it is actually binary. And what happens that this text editors has some buffers, okay, and those buffers always tend to, let's say, parse the information in a particular file at particular sequences or intervals. Okay, and that is where I was, so I think, where did I keep? I think I forgot. Let me open one more browser here. You can do a simple search like png file headers. Okay, and if you just search it up, you will see that here in their documentation, this is the file structure which describes how a PNG file should be written. And here, see, the first 8 bytes of a PNG file always contain the following decimal values: 137, 80, 78, 71, 13. And you know, let me tell you a very crazy thing. Okay, crazy thing in the sense, I met a few people who are Chinese. Okay, and they are researchers, and while conversing, I was just talking about different file formats with, let's say, BF6 and all this, and suddenly file headers came out. So I don't really know the file header file for those particular model shape tensors. Okay, so while countering, I was just talking about the shape tensor structure and all this, and they this topic somehow came up, that what is the header of that file, and I was like, okay, I don't really know that. These people are crazy. They really remember the file structure in terms of the headers. Okay, these bytes that each file actually contains, they not only help in identification but also helps the operating system understand what particular like application to use for a particular software or particular file. Okay, now you will see that this is the chunk layout, that a 4-byte unsigned integer giving the number of bytes in the chunks data field. This is important because in a particular PNG file, you will see that all the chunks are now divided into 4 bytes unsigned integer strings. And here where the main thing comes. Main thing in the sense, like, as I'm parsing the whole file using a text editor, the chunk sizes that a text editor recognizes is very much different from the chunk sizes a PNG or a, let's say, a image viewer file, image viewer application will understand. Because the chunk sizes are very much different, that's why you will see that a text editor might render it in text which is totally gibberish to us. Okay, hopefully that is now clear with you guys. Now, if that is clear, you can just do, there are different kind of conventions. Okay, reserve bit and all this. If you want to go into the documentation of PNG, you are totally free to. This is the PNG 1.2. I think there are PNG version 2, 3 or something. 3 I think just now came out. I remember version 3 of some file format just now came out. Okay, I totally forgot. I think it was PNG. Let me confirm it. Okay, let me confirm this. This was actually a news. PNG version 3. Yeah. Yes, this just now came out. Okay, this came out in 24 June 2025, or this is the article that was written. I think it came out in June or July. Okay, it's a very new thing. PNG format 3 just came out. Okay, 20 years later, PNG 3.0 is finally here. Yeah. So that's it. Okay, whatever. Now let's go back to what is actually a file. So now we understood that in each and every file there exists something called file headers, which helps the operating system to understand what kind of format it actually is. Let me also show you this for a PDF. Okay, let me see. I have a PDF. I can see that I have a T. I don't even know what that PDF file is, but let's see. This is a PDF document. Okay, now if I just do a nvim of this, you will see that this now is a PDF of version 1.7, and this PDF has been written very well. Okay, I think this was some mail ID that I made of something. Okay, I don't know, but you can see that this is how a PDF actually looks like. And why is it interesting? The point is this, it is very interesting, is because these also contain headers. Okay, you can just say PDF headers. Okay, for PDF headers, you can just search it. Okay, think no, it's not PDF file headers. It's very difficult for the PDF format. Yet it's very difficult to get it with this search. PHP headers, it basically confuses it to the header of a PDF, like the header term that is currently being used by Microsoft and all these companies to describe the PDF format. It's very difficult to get it though. Do I have it? There must be in exactly this format where yes, this is the header where the version number comes in. So this file is rendered in PDF version 1.7. So these are the headers. Okay, and this is how the file basically looks like. Okay, too much stuff done. Now, do you remember the experiment that I showed you where I copied the contents of a file, of a video file, and put it in a weirdly named extension? Do you guys remember that experiment I showed you? Do you guys remember that? I'm just asking. अरे हाँ ना तो बोल दो. क्या हो गया दूतिका? Are you there? Okay. In text, Niket is saying he doesn't remember, so I can show that experiment one more, so it's fine. So if I have, let's say, a video, so let's say go to videos, and here let me do ls. Let's do some video which is new. Okay, I should have renamed all this, but let me see. Say I take a very small video, this one, 2.3. Okay, so I just copy it. Now, Ctrl+C. What happened? Yeah, so it should be the location is now copied. So this is the file. Okay, what I'm going to do is basically take the contents of the file, or better, let me just show you through a text editor first. Now this is how the file actually looks like, which is very weird. Like it's almost binary, but the same thing applies here. The chunk sizes are totally different from how this would be. Okay, now let me go out of it and play the video using VLC so that I can show you that the video is working. So as you can see, the video is actually working. It's also again me doing a screen recording of something. Okay, so this shows that okay, the video is working. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to basically concatenate, or let's say print out all the contents of that file. So this is the file. I'm going to do a cat. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is put it in the folder random, and let's call it file.video.testing something. Okay, something very weird, something very weird. Let's do that. Oh, sorry. I think I forgot to pipe the contents. Okay, so of course there will be an error. Let me pipe the contents. Now let me go to random. Here, if I do an ls minus la of something, what was the name? File.video.testing. As you can see, it has been recognized as some file. Okay, very good. Now if I do a file of this file.video, if you do that, you see that the operating system identified it as an MP4 based media file. Okay. Now, how the heck is the operating system doing that? Because it contains the headers for a video file. Hopefully you can understand that. Now, because it is so much interesting, we can do one thing. Because it has been recognized by the operating system as a video file, let's try to pass it to a VLC media player and see if it can actually work. Okay. Let me pass it to, and see the video is working, it's playing. Okay. And that's where the magic of file headers comes in. Hopefully now you can understand what file headers actually mean and what actually is a file. Now, as